In this video, we're going to be replacing the wiper transmission that's underneath the cowl on this 2007 to 2013 Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. We're going to take the wiper arm off. There's a little cover right here. You want to use a pick or a screwdriver and pop that up. Using a 15mm socket, we'll take this nut off. Take that nut off. And we want to grab the wiper arm, just rock it back and forth, and slide it up. And then disconnect the hose right here. Just give it a wiggle. Just pop it off. And then you're going to just pull the whole wiper and arm assembly off. You're going to do the same for the passenger side. We're going to pop this cover off. You can use a trim tool. Just get underneath here. Just pry it up. It's just clipped in. It just slides up and out of the way. For the passenger side, we're just going to use the trim tool, pop it up right here to release that clip. Then we're going to close the hood. And come over here and pop this up underneath. And because the antenna's there, we're going to have to go over the antenna. You could always slide the antenna off, but it's just as easy to go over it. We're going to remove these bolts on both sides. Use a 7mm socket. Take those out. And this one on the passenger side. Open the hood again. Remove this bolt right here. Use the same 7mm socket. And remove the one on the other side, same 7mm socket. Now there's two clips on each side. Use a straight blade screwdriver or a pick. Just get behind the clip. Just pry it off. And pull that one off as well. Just so it's easier to remove, we're going to remove this ground strap. Use a 10mm socket, take this nut off. Slide that out of the way. Right here, there is a push pin that we're just going to pull the cowl up. Just like that. Pulls the push pin out, and it is clipped in right here underneath. So you just pull it up and forward. There is a washer fluid line that has a junction right here. You want to just disconnect it right here. That will come off of there. We'll slide that out. the cowl. And it comes right out. Disconnect the connector for the motor. Just push down on the tab and slide the connector out. Just like that. Now we're going to take the bolts off for the transmission here in the middle and then on the other end using a 10mm socket. Take the wiper transmission and motor, slide it to the passenger side. Then we're going to slide this side back towards the driver's side. Then it's going to slide out this way. You might have to twist it a little bit. And there it is. We're going to remove this nut. We don't want the motor to turn, so we're just going to take a large adjustable wrench and just hold that arm from turning. Using a 13mm wrench, get under here and loosen up the nut. Take the nut off. And then just grab the arm, just pry up, push down and slide that off, out of the way. Then we're going to use a T30 socket. Take these screws out. And take the motor off. Take the new transmission, line the wiper motor up. Get the bolts started. And tighten these down. And you want to line this arm up on the motor. And how you time this is have this pull the arm as far out as possible. So not quite lined up completely, but just over a little bit. So it's kind of tipped this way a little. Just like that. Then take the nut, get that lined up. Take the large adjustable. And we'll tighten that nut down. Snug that up tight. That's lined up good. Now you can reinstall it in the vehicle. Now we're going to slide this back in, the same way it came out. Just go in this way. Just twist it. Come come back and line it up. And get the bolts started. And tighten them down. Now we'll plug it in. Make sure your fingers are out of the way in case it moves. That's good. At this point, before we put everything back together, we want to make sure that the wipers are in the park position. I'm going to turn the key on, cycle the wipers, and then make sure they're parked, and then turn the key off. And now they're in the park position. Turn the key off and take it out. Now slide the cowl in place. I'm going to slide that hose behind the spring over there. It's going to go in here. Sure that lines up. Push that in. And this hose is going to go down the back side of this. And there is a clip underneath there. Get it through the clip. And then we'll plug it into the end of that. And push that on. Before we put the clips on, we want to get these screws started. There's one underneath here. And then the one behind the hood here. Get those started. And do the same on the other side. We're going to get those started. We're going to leave those loose, and then we'll put the clips on and then the push pin. Put the clip on right here, slide it in place. Also right here, push it on. And the push pin that goes in the center here. All right, let's push down and tighten them down. Snug. And snug that down. And snug that one down. And the last one. Now we're just going to close the hood. Now take this cover, we'll slide this on over the antenna. Get this lined up. And lock it down. Now I'll slide this cover on. Line it up. And lock it down. I'm going to take the wiper arms, line those up, Take the nut, get that started. Make sure the wiper's in the position you want it on the windshield. There's normally a little mark where you can line that up. All right. And do the same on the passenger side. Get that lined up. And put the nut on. Now I'm going to open the hood. We can access the nuts a little better and tighten those down. And torque those to 22 foot-pounds. Now close the cover, lock it down, and then take the washer hose and make sure you hook that back up. Just push it on and do the same on the other side.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.